So stars cannot make elements past iron. And the question, of course, is why is that? Why is iron the last atom for nuclear fusion? And the best way to answer this is an analogy. Burning wood in a fireplace. So what we know here is that if you have a blazing fire, it burns up the wood. So as it burns up the wood, what that really does here is you're transforming the wood fuel into ash. In other words, by burning wood, there is energy release. And for us, this is the same as saying what? That by burning atoms, gamma rays are released. And like we said here, it's the gamma rays that is the life's blood of a star here. However, we could then ask this question here. So after all the wood has been burned, only ash is left. Can energy be extracted from ash? And of course, the answer is no. You can't burn ash and get energy from it. So, in other words, that is, one cannot burn ash to get heat energy. Right? It just doesn't make sense. That's what iron is. When stars try to burn iron, no energy can be extracted from it. Therefore, iron is the ultimate ultimate nuclear ash, which is surprising. And then we could say the reason for this is iron has the lowest binding energy per nucleon, value, which means it cannot go lower in the graph. So what I mean here is that if you go and you look at this picture up here, right? Let me see if I can get that. And if I go to this picture and I put this guy in here, look at what's happening. Every time I go down, I am doing what? I am emitting radiant energy. I'm emitting these gamma rays. So each of these processes allows me to emit, but that's because there's a binding energy difference between these two. But this guy at the bottom here, right? This guy at the bottom, it can't go lower since it's at the bottom. So that is horrible for a star. And so what I mean by horrible is this. So when a star, how do I say this? When a star produces the inevitable, if it can get it, but it's got to be a large star, iron core, it's game over for the star. And what happens is that this means no more radiant pressure. And remember, that is equivalent to saying no more gamma rays is produced. The result is catastrophic. Catastrophic. It's catastrophic for the star. So before I get to this catastrophe that's about to happen, I could then say that in summary, stellar nucleosynthesis can only produce atoms from helium, which is element number 2, to iron, which is element number 26. And no atoms beyond iron can be produced by stars. Now, if we think about this, I mean, one of the things that's kind of shocking about this whole process here is that we have a periodic table, right? We have a periodic table. And so when I go and I look at this periodic table, what am I seeing here? Well, what I see here is that, let me try to get this in here. I hope this isn't too big. So when I look at the periodic table, let me make this smaller. Now remember, this process is complicated. So if you look at this process, what is it that I'm saying here? Well, that means only the atoms from here, right? Only these atoms can be produced. There's some of these that you can't produce, right? Only these orange shaded atoms can be produced in stars. So the question is, what about all of the other atoms? Where do all of the other atoms come from? And that leads us to the third and final piece. Supernova nucleosynthesis. The final step.